What is third-party vendor risk?
So third parties have access to networks. Sometimes it's a small amount of access. Sometimes it's just through email. Sometimes it's a large amount of access. For example, RIPTA had a third party that had access to their system, had access to some sensitive information throughout a contract, and that sensitive information remained on this contractor's laptop. Contractor's laptop was compromised. That information for RIPTA and RIPTA employees had gotten out into the wild, and the threat actor had access to it. So RIPTA had a data breach that was very impactful across, a variety of verticals, across a variety of populations. So you want to do several things when it comes to third-party vendors. You want to create a structure where you understand the third-party vendor risk. One way to do so that we've seen a huge uptick in is called DDQs, due diligence questionnaires. So these are questionnaires that can be anywhere from 100 to 2,000 questions. And what you're doing is the organization will put these questionnaires together. They'll send it out to each and every one of their vendors, including Microsoft, we've seen. What you're going to do is ask the questions that are relevant to your organization. What's the risk that's imposed upon the municipality, upon the state and local government, upon the school system? What risk is imposed by allowing that third party access to your system? How do they store your data? Where is the data stored? Is it encrypted? What's their retention periods? When do they destroy your data? You're going to want to know that information, and you're going to want to follow up with the answers on the due diligence questionnaires. You're also going to want to take a look at those on a yearly basis at a minimum. Ask your vendors again, have them fill it back out, understand the security posture, understand if it's a risk that the town, that the municipality, the school can take. And if it's not a risk that the company or the municipality entity is ready to work with, then it's time to start looking for some other third parties that adhere to your compliance standards.
Yeah, I think it's really important for leaders to understand the contracts that they're engaging with these vendors, to work with an organization such as Envision to really understand the security risk of each third-party vendor, and make some tough decisions. Often there's a company that people love working with, and we love the product, but we have to weigh that out against the risk. Again, losing a lot of money and having to pay a lot of money due to a breach is one thing, but losing the trust of your constituents is another. Often you can't gain that back. So it's really crucial to understand the relevance of this third-party vendors and your responsibility in terms of those. And the last thing I want to add is insurance companies are going to look at that too. If you want to obtain cyber insurance for the next fiscal year, you really need to do due diligence with third-party vendors, because you will not be able to obtain cyber insurance if there's a high level of risk with your vendors.